And I
Oh
shall
god.
Please
have
don't.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Why
would you
why?
do this to me?
I'll have the ability to go back and look at what I said, so I can remember things.
Did you do that with this last one?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good for you.
Oh great.
Are you
great.
gonna
Well,
keep
parts of
these
it.
audio bits like private? Or are they on like public YouTube?
It's on public.
I can set it to private if you'd prefer it that way.
I don't really care.
I would
But
just rather.
Other
people can access recordings, or
I mean,
Other
there's no
bananas.
tags or anything on it. Nobody's gonna really find it.
Fucking unlikely then anybody finds it without tags or anything.
You'd have to search specifically for the name. Or
It goes
my
viral.
name.
We've got people trying to join our D&D campaign.
Nobody wants to join us.
Yeah, nobody would want to
Yeah,
do
it's, it's fair.
We're awful people.
I'll just direct them to Critical Role and be like, these people know what they're doing.
Yes.
Please stop making any fan art. We don't want to do this.
Yes. Go away.
We quit.
Because I did discover, because we rounded everybody up, that one guy we like tied up, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
he's-
still fucking under rubble, aren't you?
No, the guard helped him out last turn.
Okay. I couldn't remember if he was out or still under.
He's out. He's unconscious. I chucked him through the hole
No, he's
from the
not.
sewers up. I think he's
Oh,
unconscious.
that guy. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
I thought you were
different
talking
guy.
about Reen. I was like, Reen is not
The-
No,
unconscious.
Brain's not.
The Black Earth, quote-unquote, priest.
He was everything but unconscious.
I look at the guard and I say, go get Priest Tranced? Is that his
Drost.
name? Drost.
War
I
priest
was
is
close.
Drost.
War priest.
And I didn't say Paladin Dance, so
And-
Priest Drost.
But also get Paladin Dance.
and bring him here.
He kind of looks to you confused. I think maybe I should stay until some of my compatriots are alive. And
I'll use my
Dave's
4
character,
levels.
I can't remember his name already.
It's
Laugh-a-meal?
Laugh-a-mill.
Laugh-a-mill. He goes, "Do not fret, friends. I will be back with War Priest Dance." And he takes off the wrong way.
And then a third character of Dave's exits the campaign forever. Anyway.
Oh, Dave will hopefully be back.
Meanwhile, around the corner, Kane is getting to this guy's heart in the most roundabout way by cutting into the stomach cavity and just ripping all of the guts out to get into the heart. To rip the heart out. And as he's tossing these guts out, they're just like going into... By the way, the blood mist is still going, so he's surrounded by that shit.
Yep.
So
You just
as he's ripping these things out, they're just desiccating as he's throwing them.
it's
So that's what he's doing.
Sounds
so
normal.
Nathan, you see all of this. It's like
Yeah.
watching a wood chipper that's too small being forced down onto a body through the stomach cavity.
That's
Just
that's a
you
sight.
you just see this mist around Kane just growing deeper and redder. You just see like his weapon to the side. It's pulsing almost as if it's laughing.
The fuck?
Also, if you could possibly see him through, there's a sick smile just spread across Kane's face.
I'm just one of these days you're gonna have to play a good guy character.
No,
I'm just saying.
he went to the meeting with the paladins.
Yeah.
I
What,
spoke
weren't you
for
the
you
guy
guys.
speaking? Yeah. What the hell?
He can be normal.
Just
Uh-huh.
whenever Reen like gets back there, let me know.
At this
Don't
point, the
bring the
guard
guards.
is just, he looks around, he sees the rubble and all the devastation. He starts looking a little pale and goes, "What happened here? Who are these people?"
They're a pretty vicious group. Maybe you should make sure your friends are coming. Who knows if they're coming back.
Are you sure things will be fine here? We're supposed to secure the scene, make sure nothing is touched.
Thing happens. We'll be here to stop it.
I think I just need to step away for a little bit. Roll a persuasion check. Actually. Natural 1. Natural 1.
Nah, 20.
I'm supposed to be super
10.
racist to you guys because you're all elves.
Did we gain 1480 XP, I assume?
Green?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember if I added it or not. Did he... Uther?
Yeah.
I think he was asking you to roll a persuasion check, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Eh,
There were small children screaming.
That's fine, I understand that.
As long as they're not in any weird dungeons or anything.
I just imagine Quaddle having like PST or PTSD flashbacks.
PST?
Yes, PST flashbacks of people whispering them.
Yeah.
Alright. With that, he kind of gives you quiet thanks and he just goes around the corner and puts his arm or his hand on like the corner of the building and just like bends over and dry heaves a bit.
It's a good thing he went that way.
Yeah, if it went the other way.
Yeah.
And as you turn the corner, you look to your left and you see the gory mess that's going on over here.
I mean,
Before
if
I
I get to
leave-
this guy's heart, I have a thing.
Oh, you
Before I
get
leave-
to it.
Oh, yeah,
before I
no,
leave the guard, I just look at him, I say, hang in there, champ, and I give him a bardic inspiration, my last one.
Oh,
Quaddle's
he could
ripping
probably
into
use
art.
that when he was trying to pull the rubble off of him, but
I think I used your bardic inspiration once. I believe I did, and I think it didn't help. 'Cause I think I rolled a fucking 1.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, no, when he gets to the heart, he just rips it out and just starts draining it over his fucking face. It's like holding it up and just squeezing the damn thing. It's fucked up. And then he takes what remains of the body and just takes his sword and pins the damn body to the wall. And then the blood mist dissipates.
as you pin him to the wall using your weapon, you see the rest of the crumpled remains kind of fold in on themselves and be sucked into the sword.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's actually fairly new to you. You haven't seen it been this active ever.
Right, this aggressive.
Alright, so
I mean-
as you see him doing that, you hear a thump as you see a sky, or a black earth priest, not a sky priest, being launched into the air and just like planks into the floor, and you see Rhaegar jump like 20 feet out of this seemingly barrel and lands next to him.
I just walk up to Kane and I say, Kane, are you done?
He looks at you and doesn't say a damn thing. His eyes are kind of clouded over black, though. They're kind of clearing up, but it's fucked up,
I'll
man.
walk right next to him and like put my hand on his shoulder and be like, are you done?
Don't stay
Knowing that
there
I'm
too
taking
long.
damage.
You'll take damage.
No, you're not taking any damage. He dissipated that. That's gone.
Okay.
He nods.
Okay.
He nods, and then he's gonna go and sit in the corner next to the sword still lodged in the wall.
Okay. I just keep walking towards the guy that just kept walking out of a hole.
Johnny's just
Okay.
sitting there floating with a stern expression on his face about 30 feet up in the air on the roof.
I'm like I'm
Judging.
pretending like I'm walking, but I'm also like 6 inches above the ground. I just remembered.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Reed
catch
doesn't-
why I did.
Reed
You
doesn't
have
know,
every
but
buff you could possibly have, as well as being pinned under rubble.
I almost had sanctuary.
I'll be right back after.
Got tuberculosis.
So is this the only survivor?
I look around the corner. Oh, probably.
Maybe tie him up and make sure to immobilize his hands and gag him. I'm sure there'll be questions for him in a minute, but
Yeah, he's pretty out. But okay, bye.
just in
Bye.
case. Just in case he wants to cast something.
I'm gonna get creative and use his clothes as his bonds. Just make it. Yes. Slowly strip the guy down. Is there anything I find on him of interest besides the normal cultist garb and face
Roll an
mask?
investigation check.
I'm gonna start cataloging the others. Johnny, do you want to give me a hand? Oh, nice.
Nailed it.
He had a bag of heroin in his butt.
Why am I even searching in here? Oh, huh.
Alright.
You're like up to the elbow. Why am
Just
I
a
even
bag.
doing this?
He had a kilo, boys. We're rich.
Alright, so on them you find a total of 34 gold, 27 silver, and 19 copper. Also,
him.
because you rolled a natural 20, you find a letter on the man that you're investigating. It looks like it was partially just blacked out, like someone poured ink over it. However, you're still slightly able to make out words on it. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Maybe? I
Zero.
hate that feeling.
Yeah, it's
Oh, man.
awful.
But on the letter, you make out the word Timothy on it.
God damn it. You fucking
That's
kidding.
on rolling a
Oh my
natural
God.
20.
Is Timothy alive?
You also
Oh my gosh.
get you read out the words sewers, which is great
I'm reading
because
these very
Rhaegar has
slowly.
problems reading, but he's just slowly making out words. And you
He's the
also
candidate.
you also read out the words "the Swords Rest Tavern," like sewers, Swords Rest Tavern. Natural 20s are lame. So amongst them you find a plethora of small trinkets and spellcasting components which you guys add to your own. You also find like a good 6 of those little black rocks that you had found earlier.
I keep far away from those.
So is that this guy and all of the rest as well?
Yes, as you go
Okay.
through you find some more of those dangerous black little rocks.
I'd like to keep those if I can.
You also find a small dagger on one of the dead priests.
Is it
Pretty
unique in
intricate.
anywhere?
It's pretty intricate looking dagger. You look, you see this priest is just covered in blood and his own gore, but the dagger itself is perfectly clean. It looks like any blood that lands on it just slides right off.
And it's yours if you want it.
I don't know any of us that use daggers though.
I mean,
Um,
technically you use a really big dagger.
I look up and down my long sword.
Oh, that was not in character. Kane is sitting quietly in a corner.
You find 8 of those little black, almost pebble rocks.
Okay.
Mind if I hold on to those?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Alright.
I don't want to get arrested again.
As you
Explosions are
guys
bad.
are slowly going through the bodies and you tie this guy up, the guards eventually do arrive on scene. You see about 5 of them. They rush. You hear them first. The guy around the corner, he's like, this way, this way. He points down the alley and they all kind of gather up. You do see a few familiar faces from your previous activities today. And one of them kind of looks at you and goes, you know, I wasn't planning on doing anything other than staying at the wall today, but you guys have been pretty busy.
Wasn't our fault, like last time. Didn't make any explosions. That building's not my fault.
I just kind of walk over to him and, well, you know, big city, lot to do.
Well, I hope you aren't planning to do too much today. There's only so much I think the city can actually handle. It's Jordan again, by the way. Good to meet you all, or see you all in decent health. He kind of squints and looks at you guys. Do you need to see a healer?
Actually, you can send someone to grab a priest droused.
Right,
Weird.
well, he kind of like waves 2 more
Ah, I see Dave.
that run down the direction that your previous priest friend had gone off to.
Stand up and rip his sword out of the wall and then desummon it, because why not rip it out and then desummon it?
User
And-
joined your channel.
So the guard that was
Was
there
he
will
not
kind
before?
of gives them a summary of what just happened here. You guys kind of explain what's going on. At this point, like this guard and Jordan kind of vouches for you guys. And what do you want to do with the prisoner? We should probably take him to the prison, obviously, but
I
it's
actually have a
probably the
request
best
on
idea.
that. I think we shouldn't do anything with the prisoner until the priest gets here. This is someone we've been looking into as a group, and finding more answers lead us deeper into what they're doing and how to stop what they're doing in the city.
I believe that that's exactly what our higher ups would probably be doing as well. I mean, this can't exactly go ignored with everything else that has happened today. At this point, you see Laffamil arriving with Drost and like kind of speared by the 2 guards that came running off.
Give me like 2 seconds here.
Yep.
So what server are you guys playing on?
And then he went
Elune.
back away.
A Loon, okay.
Elune.
Hello. Did you finish it downloading it already? Also, I don't know why this is here, but it is the best token around.
Well, it doesn't have a knife.
I don't think we would survive the crab battle.
I mean, nobody survives the crab battle, man. I'm pretty sure that's there because you had Dave's druid character summon 8 of them.
The crabs will have their revenge.
They did. They had a lot of revenge on those ghouls. They fucked those things up.
Garrow the crab?
Kane's gonna wander over towards Rain and the guards. Kind of in a mild daze. Eyes still not totally cleared up, but his irises and his pupils are back to fucking normal, so that's good.
Alright.
What the fuck are these?
They're crabs that represent two of the guards who are crab people, apparently.
Davies Jones just laid some people off, so they're trying to find work where they can, man.
No, but one's a tabaxi, one's a normal person, as in human. Actually, three of them are. Just tabaxi, one looks to be a dwarf. They're all just kind of like staring and kind of staying away from like the corpses and the rubble. At some point, like you see like somebody walking down the street, and he like looks down this alleyway and just turns around slowly and starts walking away.
What time is it? Is it like nighttime at this point?
It's starting to get dark, yeah.
Okay. I fucking forgot, man. I was gonna say something.
The guards restrain the guy you have alive. They tie him up with, in addition to what you have, and they're kind of just waiting around, and eventually somebody else shows up on a horse.
Is it amazing?
Yeah, it's
Is
an
it
armored
just right?
individual.
What does it taste like?
He's got two more of the soldiers with him. There's a horse. He gets off. He's in full armor, wearing a helmet. Kind of has a like one of those Trojan helmets with like the kind of horn on it with feathers, and gets off and starts walking to you. What is the delay here? Why isn't this being cleaned up? He kind of approaches the guards and he goes, "Well, we're waiting for a priest, and I believe we're just trying to collect more information." He kind of points towards the bodies. "Well, get to work. Start cleaning. Gather up the bodies."
As like he's starting to give that order, I'm just gonna start taking off masks and any like identifying, like if there's any like brooches or like rings, anything like that, I'm just gonna start tossing them into the bag.
And as you like go to approach him, he goes, "You there, civilians, stop! Don't touch these bodies. They're evidence."
I'm sorry, who are you?
"I am Captain Willsbarrow.
Wheels.
Who are you people?"
Some concerned citizens. I look around.
"Concerned citizens in the scene of a massacre."
Yeah. Mostly
Yeah,
concerned about myself.
Guard kind of speaks up. These people were attacked, and we've met them before. They can hold their own a lot better than most of us can, as shown around here." The kind of crosses arms. "So these are our perpetrators, huh?" The guard kind of looks back and looks towards him. I think it was just self-defense, sir."
Guarantee you it was self-defense. You want a statement or you want to make more assumptions?
And kind of looks at you silently. And at this time, Drust and Lafamil do approach. Soon as they are ready.
Sorry.
No problem. So you approach, you see a few more guards gathering, but not much else has changed from the scene. As Drost is kind of in a hurry, he's kind of half walking, half running towards the scene. He shows up to the guards. You see a familiar looking stare at this guard. He kind of frowns. He goes, "What happened here?" And he looks down the alleyway and sees all the bodies. He goes, "Oh, well, you guys work a lot faster than I was expecting."
We worked a lot faster than we were expecting.
"Did you find anything that could help? Do we have any prisoners?" As he kind of looks at the guy who's being, well, who's tied up and
Kane
kind of being
shrugs.
held up by guards. If
Don't know.
you,
But I'm
if
sorry.
you may, Willsboro, was it? I believe this is church business, and we should escort this prisoner back to the church where we can interrogate him. He goes, nope, this is the city business. This happened in the city. No reason for the church to get involved. We'll deal with it. He kind of
But
walks over to the prisoner and
Actually, I
puts
believe it
one
was
of his
targeted
arms underneath
at
his...
the church.
I believe that we were agents of the church and we were targeted because of that. I believe this is church business.
Draw space up. That's right. These are my men here. They work under me. They've been investigating these particular cultists. This is church business, and if I have to, I will speak to the Lord myself about this matter. And kind of looks back to the rest of you. Well, you'll just have to speak to the... what's the word? Guy who's in charge of jail.
Jailer.
Not the
Warden?
jailer. Warden.
Warden?
You'll have to speak to the warden about that. For now, he's coming back with us, and he kind of starts dragging the prisoner you have along with another guard. And you make a perception check.
Wait, are there spiders?
No.
What are those
are
things?
guards.
So
Oh.
Those are
give
guards.
Here,
I'm
okay.
casting Detect Thoughts as well.
I mean...
and who are you casting it on?
The guy who just showed up on the horse, whatever his name is, Gilbear.
Willsboro.
Casting it on the horse.
Yep. Well, the horse is next.
You never know.
It is
So,
actually
surface
Hellstrider.
thoughts? Or how deep are you going?
Just surface thoughts for the moment.
Does that require a saving throw?
Nope.
As he's kind of just walking away. Can I get a perception check from the first two who roll for it?
Alright.
Kind of determine what happens.
Nailed it, boys. Holy shit.
Okay. Well, as he's walking away, you start detecting surface thoughts. You hear, fuck the church. Fuck these people, I'm doing what I want. As he kind of just drags him away. And,
Wait, is he
That's
taking
not
my
bad.
Timothy away?
yes, he's
Yeah.
taking your
Yeah.
Timothy away.
Kind of sad about this.
And Jordan kind of turns to the rest of you guys. Sorry about that. It's a little bit odd. He's always been real strict and seemed a little odd here.
He was the
Little
one that
character.
he was the one that we were talking about, correct? Didn't Drost Drost
And
mention
Drosty goes,
him?
yes, we've met before. I told you a bit about him. We'll talk a little bit more when we get back. But... And he kind of looks to you guys, and he kind of leans over Reen's shoulder. Did you find anything? Any evidence?
I found some of those stones. I tried to get a couple of masks, but I think they may have stemmed them off.
I hand you the darkened out letter that I point out Timothy, and then I point at Timothy again. I go, it's Timothy. You know, donuts, Timothy, Timothy.
I think we need to understand what that means more. It could be just a coincidence.
And he kind of looks at the letter and goes, oh, excellently done, Rhaegar. And he kind of holds it up. and the captain is no longer here to see it.
There's the other two guards still here.
Yeah, they're just like starting to pick up bodies, and he's like, I'm sorry, I guess orders are orders. Were to bring this all towards the keep. I guess we
Go
better
ahead and
get some
bring it up.
wheelbarrows, huh?
Well, might as well let it
I think
help.
one just left.
Reen's gonna go over and like attempt to assist them, but I would also like to try to do what I was doing earlier. Go for any like signet rings, masks that I can kind of slip off into a bag.
Alright, so do so with advantage because you rolled an investigation check. Roll a sleight of hand. Alright, so yeah, you managed to like slip so there's a few more masks on the floor than there are people, since some people have been eviscerated into tiny chunks.
And absorbed by swords.
Uh-huh. So you managed to slip a another stone mask into your bag, and you kind of reach down into like one of their pockets, and you pull out a familiar looking symbol that marks the Black Earth cult. And
I mean,
they
there's some
kind of
interesting giblets over here.
It's the Timothy group.
Associated
But they didn't have any donuts.
with Newman and Newman.
And at one point, Jordan kind of like sees you slipping it into your bag, and he kind of goes, he whispers to you, "Don't get me in trouble, all right?"
I just have an investigation going to. Starting well.
Yeah, shrugs. Well, I hope you find something. People are a little bit creepy. They kind of eventually a cart arrives, and they throw all the bodies on the cart and all the rest of it, and they start hauling it off, and all you see in this alleyway is a large trail of gore and
And
rubble.
Yeah, rubble. Fucking buildings still collapsed. They're not doing shit about it. And someone's gonna come home and be like, "Where's my house?"
What happened to my house? Yep.
Quick, somebody cast mending on the house.
Lavaville starts cleaning up some of the gore with prestidigitation.
Yes, of course.
Mending.
I don't think it's gonna actually do anything, but
Reen
Just
tries to help.
double checking for
it's
a
the
moment.
thought that counts.
The guy that you guys sent for, right? That's the same one we met like way back when, right?
Drost?
Dross?
Yeah.
Dance.
Drost.
Well, I don't think I've
Dance
actually
was
seen...
No, Dance is a made-up name that we never met. Drost is the only place we've ever met Drost or Dance is in fucking Fallout 4, alright?
It's okay, Ethan, don't
Yeah, I
feel
don't
bad.
think I've
I
actually
don't know
met
either.
Dance again since the last time we saw him. But I'm just gonna wave hi.
No, not since the town.
He kind of nods to you as you wave hi.
Mm.
He
Still
goes,
floating over there
Yeah.
in the alley.
Yep.
But did you join us?
I float over
Okay.
there, turn upside down, and wave hi.
he goes, "Oh, I didn't know you were here. It's good to see we have some more muscle. Not
You
make any
think I'm
deals,
strange?
right?
Wait, what about deals?
No deals with any more creatures."
Not
Wait, does that
recently.
include you?
No deals with creatures of ultimate evil and
Yo,
you
that
know.
one's fair. That one sounds good, Johnny.
He thinks to himself for a moment. He goes, I met a duck that was particularly evil.
Wasn't that duck one of the Lords of the
What
Nine
happened to that
Hells or
duck, by the
something?
way?
I meant to pick him up when we went back to Red Larch, but I never did, so he's free now. We've unleashed another evil.
Oh.
A minor evil.
Where do you
whatever
think
it
the
is.
circus came from?
Oh,
It
fuck.
all works out.
Well,
Wait,
Green, it's
is
time
that
to write
where-
another evil down.
Oh,
We don't
gosh.
know. We're never gonna know.
Alright, well, 4 to 5 then.
He looks to the rest of you. Well, I've talked a little bit more with the representatives of the other gods. They've gone off to gather more, and I believe we've sort of come up with a plan. They didn't fully decide to stay within a large group. They wanted to find more of their followers. And they were going to set up camp and start waiting for reinforcements to arrive in specific locations. I... Right, notes with names. Place that somewhere easier to find. Zilweir is headed to Ironford, where the this tournament is being held. Apparently this tent is covering up a church dedicated to Muradin, which is their lord, so they wanted to see through this personally. They're setting up camp and they're trying to turn people away from the tournament.
Make sure they know you can't light it on fire. It doesn't work. We've tried that. It looks pretty, but oh my god, it doesn't work.
Yes, you guys explained that to them earlier, and I'm sure they would try it just to confirm your words, but for now they're going to just start setting up camp around that area, and they're gonna wait for us to reinforce them before they move in. The Order of Bahamut, they've already departed. They sent letters to many of their respected followers. They're going to begin investigating for the location of this lich. They've already headed to a prison. There's a very misguided man who goes by the name of Xanthar there, who claims to have knowledge of this lich's location.
I read worryingly.
If I know Evim, he'll find the location of this lich. So there's not much worry there, but when he does, he'll send word to us, and we'll gather what forces we have available and see if we can make an attempt to be rid of this lich in these lands. At the very least, repel it.
Out of character, they have Xanthar, the guy that broke out of the Lich place, and they're gonna figure out where the Lich is. And I don't know, Reedon's concerned that should they know? We know where it's at.
We captured him, didn't we? He seemed pretty crazy when we talked to him, so who knows what he'll make up.
He was in jail. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, but the Bahamut.
The Order of Bahamut. They're going there to and start an inquisition and interrogate him and find out what's going on. Find out the location of this lich. Basically, they're on lich duty.
Just, who knows what he'll try to say to get out of trouble. I wouldn't believe everything that comes out of his mouth.
Very well. I will keep that in mind. We've dealt with crazies before, but surely he'll be of some use finding him if he truly did escape the lich. As for the Order of Oril, they've been kind of pulled off to the side as firepower from when we need them. The Tempest, they've offered to aid us in locating the rest of these cult members and taking the fight directly to this shadow demon you speak of. They don't have many people out there to investigate things. It's not exactly their forte, if you know what I mean. He kind of like makes a fist into a hand gesture. But they are headed off into locations where these cultists are rumored to be rooted in. they should provide us some assistance in locating these cultists and maybe cornering this demon of yours.
I mean, he's not ours. He's a demon.
Yeah,
I came.
I know what yours.
I look at you like, what?
You're
What
rather
he wants.
fidgety, Rhaegar. You are right there.
I nod with the biggest shit-eating grin.
I think at this point
Lord
we could all use some
Wilbur
rest.
is heading there with our prisoner. He can pull the Spanish Inquisition on the lot. Wheelbarrow. Alright.
That's what you said, man.
I think the name just became canon. Oh god.
I mean, that is what she said, not gonna lie.
It's supposed to be like this, but I guess we can go with wheelbarrow.
Willsboro?
Yeah, except you put it like a hard, long E sound where the I goes, and like kind of an H there.
Hey
Like,
man, I
not
just
gonna
got
lie.
done with a lot of yard work and I have like snot coming out of every orifice of my body.
You might want to get that looked at because, I mean, I'm not a medical expert, but like snot out the ears or, you know, various other
Ass.
locations. Yeah, well, hey,
It's because we have a ragweed bush in the backyard that my dad is convinced is a potato plant. And it is obviously not, but...
Hold on.
Wait. How do you confuse those two?
I don't know. It's like 7 foot tall now and bushy as hell. I'm like, you know potato
Yeah,
plants don't
like,
get that
I mean,
big, right?
That would be like a Holy Land to an Irish person if that was a potato plant that's 7 feet fucking tall. But what the fuck?
They're also not perennial.
Yeah,
The Pope's gonna come by and fucking bless it in the name of Father McGalligan or some shit.
I just keep nodding like, sure, yeah, whatever. One of these days I'm just gonna go out there with a knife and chop it down, though.
Actually, I think potato plants are perennial, so that's not really a fair statement, but...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I uprooted one of them to show him that there were no potatoes on the bottom, but he still doesn't believe me.
What?
It's like, I planted potatoes there. Those are potato plants.
They don't get 7 fucking feet tall.
I said 7 foot, but in real life they're honestly probably like 9 or 11 foot tall now. They're really tall.
Oh, great. Great, that's so much more realistic.
I know.
Potato
At this point, I think he's
Alright,
just being
get a
stubborn
book.
about it.
Get a book that has a potato plant in it and go, hey, this is the best potato plants on earth.
No. You're missing the
I've
whole
already
point.
done this.
Misery.
I've gotten a picture of a potato plant, and I took a
Misery.
picture of a ragweed plant. I put them next to each other. I'm like, which one does this look like? He's like, that doesn't mean anything.
It's real simple. Take some potatoes, carve out little holes in the middle, and stick them on the ragweed plant or bush, and then be like, oh my god, you were right. Look, it grew potatoes.
Alright. Side
Gotta
distractions.
follow the scientists.
Alright. So,
Inform NASA.
Yeah, this is important, man.
Anyway, now that we have...
so now
You
that
missed
you are not
those
on your
orifices.
way to the prison for the 3rd time today,
Managed to avoid that narrowly.
I'm a little itchy. I keep scratching my arms.
you kind of... so, you guys go over a little bit of what you got. You've got the little letter that has the Swords Rest Inn name on it. Sewers. As
Also says
he's
Timothy.
just walking around, he kind of looks at this barrel. He goes, what the hell is on this barrel? Is this where you went, Rhaegar? He looks down in it.
Yeah. I can take you down if you want.
That's not necessary. What's down there?
It's pretty dark. I didn't really look around that much. You know what? I'll be back. Hold on a second. I'm gonna slide down and take a look
Rhaegar,
around.
be careful.